Alright, hello everyone, Derek here, back with another Derek Discs album review. And today we have Nas's I Am from 1999. Now this album was actually supposed to be a double album, but half the tracks from this and Nostradamus got leaked, so they ended up just coming out with this, and then Nostradamus at the very end of 99. Because a whole MP3 leaks and stuff back then. And this album was actually considered to be one of his weaker albums, but I actually think it's one of his better albums. And I'll explain why in a second. If you look here, you have the intro, which is not very much. It's just, a little 2-minute intro, instrumentals, whatnot, kind of introducing the album. And then New York State of Mind Part 2. This track is definitely amazing. I think it's as good, if not better, than New York State of Mind Part 1 on Illmatic. And now the track everyone has problems with is Hate Me Now. This track, basically, him and Puff Daddy come out with fur coats, and, that's when he kind of sold out and everything, and, after this, he took a good look at himself and was like, okay, I gotta be more humble like I used to be. And then you got Small World. This track is basically, a track talking about how small the world is and what comes around goes around. And then after that, we have Favor for Favor featuring Scarface. This track is really good. Him and Scarface pretty much just go at it, saying if you need somebody whacked, I'll do it, and then he scratched my back, so he scratched it. It's basically what the whole track is about. Him and, Nas and Scarface bases do bars back and forth. And you got We Will Survive. This is basically an honor, a tribute to Tupac and Biggie, saying how they'll survive and they'll be like a thug's mansion in heaven and stuff like that. Really good track, very cool homage. Ghetto Prisoners, basically talking about the ghetto and being a prisoner and stuff like that, and just living life in Queensbridge. You Won't See Me Tonight featuring Aaliyah. A good track. This is actually one of my least favorite tracks on the album, but, Aaliyah does a good job singing, the chorus. I Want to Talk to You. This track is basically about him wanting just to, kill the mayor, the governor, and just, wanting to, get his own way in the world. Dr. Knockboo. This is basically a very short 2.5-minute track, basically about his sexual conquests. Nothing too great. And then what we got after this, it's hard to see. Life of What You Make It featuring DMX. This is actually probably another one of the better tracks on this record. I'm not a big DMX guy, but this track, he pretty much killed it with Nas. Basically just, talking about taking life in your own hands and doing what you want in life. Then we got, after that, we got Big Things. Basically just about doing big things in life. Nas is another great track on this record. It has a really sick beat. And he's kind of go back to his old sound of Illmatic, and I really appreciate him doing that. Kissing, basically, this is probably one of the worst tracks on this record. It's just basically him talking about having sex, honestly. It's like Dr. Knockboot, but actually a little more obnoxious. Money's My Bitch, this is basically a track about money and how he owns a lot of stuff and everything. Again, one of those kind of tracks that highlights how he kind of sold out on this record. And Nostradamus. And then you have Undying Love, which is actually probably one of the best songs he ever wrote. At least he ended out strong with a really amazing storytelling track. So at least he starts the album out strong and then ends the album out strong. And in my opinion, this album is great just for that alone. But in the middle, there are also just amazing tracks on this album. And while the album isn't as good as Stillmatic, which I already put a review up, or Illmatic where it was written, this album still holds a place in the annals of, Nas's collection. And I could really appreciate his album for it. And I was actually happy I got it brand new for $7 at my FYE. And yeah, that's going to do it, guys. Nas's I Am, 1999. Pretty good album. Not as bad as people thought it was, at the time. But still not anything as good as, It Was Written, Stillmatic, or Illmatic. Or even Godson, for that matter. But hope you guys enjoyed this album review, and I'll see you guys next for Jay-Z's Hard Knock Life, Volume 2. Peace.